Rise up early, caffeine's our call. Ralph with tech news ready for all. Coding workouts getting us toned. By sunrise we'll be in the zone. Grab your Java, sip the brew. Headlines, tech tips just for you. Editing lines, making it tight. With every keystroke we see the light. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Push those reps in lines of code. Script the future fast and bold. From headlines deep to bites so bright, we're your guide to morning mics. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Coding flows, camaraderie grows. News unfolds and insight flows. Minute by minute, heartbeats pace. Come join us at the daily race. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Mornings are better with our grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing today? Today is Monday, February what? February 24th, 2025. Can you guys believe that we are already at the end of February? By Saturday, we will be in March. We'll be in the third month of 2025. Guess what? Basically 2025 is over. 2025 is over and we are heading into 2026. Just that quickly. I hope that you're executing on your game plan for 2025. That's my hope for you, because the year is over. We might as well start planning 2026 at this point. All right. I am Tech Coach Ralph. We are engineered to win, like it says right there. I don't know about you guys, but I do not like to lose. And what does it mean to lose? Losing is whatever you said that you're going to do and you don't do it, you lost. All right. So you have to get on point. You have to get ready. You have to go out there and take on the day. You have to tap into tech music and have David Goggins start to motivate you and get you out of bed at 4 a.m. in the morning to get to work. You got to get to work, all right? So we are going to be signing up for Google Gemini's API today so that we can integrate, we can use their large language model, integrate that into our workflow and just get a better understanding of how it works. We're going to be looking through the API. The same thing that we did with Claude last week. We're going to be doing it with Google Gemini today to see how their model works and looking at how to implement it. We're going to do the same exact thing, implementing it into our content creation workflow assistant. So it ends up being very beneficial because we build out the assistant. Let me put on my timer before you guys have me here all day long. Let's see, let's go with that. All right. Yeah, but so we're gonna see how it works and everything like that, get a better understanding of it. We're gonna integrate it. Like I was saying, I think it's really, really good that we built out this content creation workflow early, because then we can use that to test all of our models against. So yeah, that's pretty much what the plan is for today. Quick announcements. We have the Canon Conversation coming out at noon Eastern time today. So you definitely want to be there. It's going to be premiering. I'll be in the chat with you guys. We're going to be talking about why I embrace failure and how embracing failure leads to continuous, the same way we have continuous integration, continuous deployment, it leads to continuous success. It is my CS workflow, continuous success workflow. So but that all comes through failure. If it wasn't for failure, I would not continuously get success. All right. So we're going to be talking about that at noon Eastern time today. So I'm looking forward to seeing you in the chat. Miss Freckles at noon. Miss Freckles at noon. Not 12:01, not 12:02, not 11:59. And if you show up at 12, Miss Freckles, you are 5 minutes late. I'm just messing with my friend Miss Freckles. Miss Freckles is a great friend of mine, so I can mess with her. You guys can't, but I can. All right. So, and then tomorrow night we're going to be going live with our tech Q&A. If you have any questions, feel free to call in. I'm also working on a project. Not sure if it's going to be ready by this afternoon, but if not by this afternoon, it should be ready by tomorrow, right? But I will keep that under wraps until then. Anything else that we need to say? Yesterday I did not do a good job promoting the traumatic brain injury survey or questionnaire. Let me drop that in the chat real quick. There we go. So do me a favor, help out my cousin in her research. She suffered a traumatic brain injury last year in a biking accident. So she's been getting better, but she's also collecting data so that she can help people who are suffering from traumatic brain injuries and people who have relatives and friends who might be suffering from traumatic brain injury. So please fill out the questionnaire and help us out in gathering this research. All right. So let me check the chat and then we're going to get to actual work. All right. So let me see who we have in the building. We have the one, the only Roxy, the Scrubs Roxy is in the building. Says, good morning, Tech Drop. Good morning to you as well, Roxy. How are you doing today? And we have my dear friend, Miss Freckles in the building. Says, it's a beautiful, beautiful morning. Well, that is amazing to hear. Let's get it, Miss Freckles.
Let's get it.
And Miss Freckles says, don't play what? What are you talking about, Miss Freckles? I don't play. All right, I'll get up. You can get up at 5. I'll give you 5:05. 5:05 for you. No, you don't have to get up at 5:05. All right, that's the latest. That's the latest. It's drive safely, Roxy. Drive safely, and it is going to be at noon Eastern time. So it's going to be at 11 CST Central Time. All right. So I'm looking forward to seeing you there. It's going to be good. All right. Let's see. Oh my goodness. We have Adrian Roberson in the building. I haven't seen Adrian in a while. How are you doing, Adrian? Hopefully everything is going well with you.
We the best.
And we have my dear friend, Mitch is in the building. My best friend in the whole wide world.
Did we just become best friends?
Yep.
He says it just gets to a point where he can't sit in silence anymore. He was like, he was sitting in silence earlier today, and it was like, whoa, what happened? I sat in silence for too long. I didn't even get to say anything. But guess what? Mitch? I'm here. It's okay. It's okay now. There used to, if you guys ever used Yahoo Messenger back in the days, they used to have these animated with sound type. I don't even know what they call them, right? But there was one that it was like a superhero one. It said, "It's okay now. I'm here." So Mitch, it's okay now. I'm here, and the world is back to normal. Let's see. We. Miss Freckles said, it's still 2025. Look. As soon as we hit March, right, we're starting to turn the corner. New fiscal years are coming into place. The year is over, Miss Freckles. Miss Freckles, your birthday just passed. The year is over. We're heading to 2026 at this point, all right? I'm just saying. You know what, Miss Records, you get one of these.
I was gonna lie to you, but I had to tell the truth. I'm just being honest.
I'm just being honest, Miss Records. The year is over. Like it's already February 24th. The year is over. You might as well start making your New Year's resolution for 2026. If you did not accomplish the things that you wanted in 2025, well, it's time to look forward because 2026 is right around the corner. All right. All right. Okay, so let's get to it. We're gonna get into the show. So yesterday we had I don't know what happened to the software, but my scene for sharing the screen was not working. So guess what happens when things go wrong? Guess what? It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity to upgrade and make things better. So I did a little messing around with the screen share. And now, I'm just gonna go like this. Right? I'm just gonna leave it like this, right? It's gonna be, it's what it's gonna be. This is what it's gonna be, right? So now you get to see more of my my ugly face. It is what it is. I'm not as lucky as some people, right? But that's what you get to see now, and you get to see the side screen. I'm like, all right. I think it was useful having the other way, but I'm like, I'm not gonna fight it to get it back. So I'm like, all right, we're gonna go this way, and on the other side it's gonna be the same exact thing, right? It's just gonna be on flipped, right? So here it is. So like I said, what I want to do today is sign up for Google Gemini API. I probably don't have to put in credit card information because Google already has my credit card information. But let's see what we need to do to sign up. So we need to get a developer API key, which you might actually get that developer API key through the Google Developer Console, most likely. I don't know. Let's find out. So I'm going to click on. Let's go to AI Google.dev. Let's click on this one. For some reason, I never really like to click on the sponsored links. I don't know why. But let's see what we need to do so we're at the Google Gemini. Let's say API reference. Well, let me do pricing first. Input price, free tier, free of charge. Output price. So they have a free tier. Let's see, tuning. So Gemini 2.0 Flash has a free tier. So all right. So Gemini developer API pricing. The Gemini API free tier is offered through the API service with lower rate limits for testing purposes. Google AI Studio usage is completely free in all available countries. The Gemini API paid tier comes with higher rate limits, additional features, and different data handling. So we might sign up for that. Let's see. So Gemini Flash, Gemini Flashlight. So Flashlight is a little cheaper than the Flash. And then our state-of-the-art image generation available to developers on the paid tier for Gemini API. Interesting. I wonder how I'm going to try their image generation as well to see how that works out. For 7 cents, prompts is 128 tokens. There's a Gemini Pro. So there's different tiers of Gemini. All right. So let's see what we can do with the free tier before we go ahead and upgrade. And I see your question, Adrian. I'm gonna answer in a second. So I'm gonna read it first. I didn't read it fully yet, but I'm gonna take a look at it. All right. So looking at the documentation for Gemini, it says Gemini API reference. Very similar to what we did for OpenAI and for Anthropic's Claude. And so we're gonna do the install Google Gemini or Google Gen AI. Make your first request. Generate content method to send a request to Gemini API. So all right. So we did this for OpenAI and for see if I can zoom out on this a little bit. and for Claude. So we install the Python package. Then we are going to create a client for it. And then we will, that's basically it. So then we get the response printed out. So there it says response.text. Is that it? That would be pretty simple. Well, my friends, there's no time like the present. There is no time like the present. Before we get into building this out, let me see what Adrian Roberson was saying. Adrian says that I'm trying to get, where did this thing go? Hold on. Where is, let me see. Oh, see, Miss Freckles, it's not just you, Miss Freckles. It is not just you. Look at what this thing is doing. Hold on. So I'm trying to get my CompTIA A plus. Next is, so I'm trying to get my CompTIA A plus. Next is Security Plus. Awesome, that is awesome. Let me see. Also said, do you have any videos on training for that? I do not have any videos on the A plus certificate or the CompTIA. I don't really have videos on certificates in general. I think there's a lot of like resources that help people pass it. Like you can probably find a Udemy course. You can probably find some YouTube channels that would talk about passing the like what you need to do to get prepared for the CompTIA's certifications. But I personally don't have any videos on that because I never actually went after those certifications, so I don't have anything talking about them. But there's tons of resources that you can definitely find on YouTube, as well as courses that will help you get ready for those different type of tests. So, we all wish you the best on that as always, Adrian. All right, but let's get to it. So what we're gonna do, let's create another one, right? Where we're gonna be sampling the. We're going to be sampling so let's call this Google Gemini sampling. So what we'll do is we'll do the same thing as we did for Anthropic last Monday, and then we'll bring it into the content creation workflow. We'll integrate into the content creation workflow to make that an option probably on Wednesday, the same exact thing, and then I'll see if there's any other LLMs that we can sign up for and integrate. That way we have a good roundabout understanding about how all that stuff works. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna go and we're gonna do our pip install. So pip install is, and we need to put our exclamation point in front. So pip install is the Python. I don't know what the pip actually stands for, but it's what we use to install Python packages. So let's go ahead and run this real quick. And did it run? Usually there's something that comes along with it. All right, I'll take it as it ran. So next up, we're gonna do our import. So let me just put some comments here. Somebody in the amazing Team TechcoDrive Discord, which is also part of the TechcoDrive Patreon, was asking me about comments and multi-lines and stuff like that. We had a great conversation. There's a lot of things going on in there. People learning Python together. I have some really cool stuff that's coming very soon in there, where people are going to be they're going to be sharing the things that they're working on and the things that they're learning, and it's a way to keep them accountable and consistent. And to me, I'm like, all right, well, if you want to make sure you do something, do it in the public, right? So I'm like, all right, so this is what I need you to do in order for you to be consistent. So a lot of good things coming inside of the Patreon and the Discord that is linked directly to the Patreon, all right? So techcodrive.dev, check it out, sign up today and start winning. Start winning today, all right? Install Google Gen AI package. All right, next up, we're going to say, all right, we're going to say import into project. So from Google, import GenAI. And we're going to say, so client GenAI. So we need to go get our API key. That's fair. That's fair. So what we're going to do to get our API, well, I guess I don't need to do it there. But we will do it once we start integrating into the content creation workflow, we'll do it there. But what we're gonna do is, let's see. So I need to find my API key. Where do I get my API key from? Let's see. Probably sign in, maybe. Let's see. So if I want my API key, where would I go to get my API key? Where would I get my API key? Let's see. Where to get Gemini API key. So get a Gemini API key all right, so let's see, click on that. And I guess I accept signing my life away. Actually, I don't want to receive emails. So here on, like, after you log into aistudio.google.com, there's going to be a section to create your API key. I am going to go to full screen while I generate my API key, so you guys can't. Well, yeah, I'll go to full screen for now. You guys, like, I can always change it anyways, but whatever. Copy the API key. Let me go to update my environment file. And I will add my API key to the environment file. Let's call this Gemini API key. So Google's API key is a lot shorter than, or Gemini's API key is a lot shorter than the other services. All right, so API key is there, and it's Gemini API key. All right, so we are going to go to, close that. All right, so let's go back over here. So after you have generated your API key, click on this little create API key button over here. It's going to generate an API key for you. And you can copy that, add that to, so you can either add it to, like if you're testing it out, you can add it directly in, where did I have it? I don't know what I did with it. You can add it directly in here, right? Or you can add that to your environment file that we have inside of the large language model project, where it's storing all of our different API keys, right? So that's where I did it. So we're going to go here. We're going to say a couple of things we're going to need, but let's go back to our imports. Let me steal it from here. I think this is all that I need. So if I go here, Let's put these imports in here. I don't need the request, honestly. I do need these. And we have what is this? Oops. Oh, I know what that means. All right, so now if we go to here, so client equals GenAI.client. So we're gonna say trying out the Google Gemini AI. All right, so we're gonna say client equals Gen AI dot client, and then API key equals, and what is it supposed to be? Hold on, it's gonna be I never remember this. OS.get environment. OS dot get environment, and that's gonna be Gemini API key. All right, and next up we will say I'm just gonna write a quick function or quick code to see if, all right, so if OS does not equal none, print I'm present. Else, print I'm not here. Right? Let's try that real quick. Oh, okay, what's going on here? So it says initialize the client. Why is that? Missing keys, input argument, provide API. To use Google Cloud API, provide. To use Google's API, provide API key arguments. How many? I thought it was just one argument. So let me swap this around real quick. So it's not finding the Gemini API key. Okay, I got you. Let's see. Gemini. It should have found it. Let's try that again. So it's not finding it. So that's why this is getting an error over here. Let's refresh this page. Because maybe I added it after I started working on this page. Thought it was before, but it could be after. All right, so let's start running this again. This again. This again. Saying it's not here. Let me take a look at this over here. Let's throw this in there. Let's try that again. Okay, there we go. Now so this load dot. All right, so let me put a. So one thing. All right, if you're learning Python, right? If you're learning Python, this is gonna be pretty important for you to make note of. All right. When something weird happens, you want to make a comment next to it, so that like what I'm gonna do now is going to be. What I'm going to do now, I'm just going to put a little comment that's saying, if this line isn't here, it won't load what's in the .env file. All right. Or yeah, it won't, so that's what happened to me. So I'm making a note for myself so I can know what's going on. Right. But it's present. So we're good here. So now I'm just going to start using this. Okay. What I'm going to go into this next line here is I'm going to say, so look at here. So we're going to say response equals one thing I don't see is the prompt or the system prompt, which maybe they do have it. But let's go ahead and let's implement that. Response equals client dot and it's going to be models dot and it's going to be generate content. And we're going to say, let's go like that. We're going to say inside of this generate content, we're going to say the model that we're using. Okay. So there we have it. Now I'm going to, let's go to the Anthropic. Well, let's go to Anthropic. And I want to say, oops, copy that. And for the content, I'm just going to paste what I have, I'm going to paste this in here and we'll just use that one for Gemini for now. Let's see what we can get. So then we're going to say print response dot, and it's going to be response dot text. So let's try that. Very, very basic. Just using the same prompt from last week for JD Vance, his speech on AI that for the video that I created. I want to see what's the result that we're going to get from that. All right. So let's go ahead and print that or try that. While that's working, let me see what we have in the chat. We have Chris Parks in the building. What's up, Chris Parks? How are you doing? And Chris Parks, in case you missed it, inside of the Patreon, I have connected a brand new Team Tech Coach Ralph Discord that is directly connected to it. So when you link your Patreon to your Discord, it will teleport you directly into the Team Tech Coach Ralph Discord. We're going to be having a lot of things going on in there, office hours where we can just talk about whatever's going on. There's people in there who are learning Python. There's going to be different events that are happening in there so that we can make sure that we are focusing on the right things, learning and stuff like that. So if you link your Patreon to your Discord account, it'll put you right in there. Then you can start collaborating and networking with everybody in there, right? So because everyone in there, they're working on growth and getting more familiar with this tech stuff. And you can ask some of the people in this chat. I say persistent. They say annoying, right? I say persistent. They say annoying. At the end of the day, it probably means the same thing, right? But I will make sure that I make sure that you guys are doing what you're supposed to do, all right? Anyways, this is the results from Gemini. It says, hey everyone. So in this clip, I'm diving into a recent speech given by Vice President JD Vance at the AI Summit in Paris. I'm breaking down his key points. This is pretty good actually. This is pretty good. Thank you for clarifying, Roxy. Thank you for your. All right, Roxy, Mitch. Nobody asked for your input. Nobody asked for your input. I'm just kidding. I truly do appreciate every last one of your inputs. All right. So this is actually pretty good. I actually like this. Let me see. I think there's a little. I don't think this hate everyone is necessary. But it looks pretty good. Chris Parks also said that he likes Gemini. You know what? I have rarely used Gemini. Only like when I do a Google search and then whatever that AI Google first thing that they share, that is like, and I know that's through Gemini, but that's the most use of Gemini that I've never actually actively sought out using Gemini, which I probably should. It's probably really good. It's just you get so used to using one thing that it's hard for you to start switching over. But maybe I should though. I should give it a better try. And maybe you know what, that image generation thing though, that might be the move. That might be the move. All right. Let's go to here. All right. Let me see. How much time do we have left? Let me see. We got about 10 minutes left. Okay, cool. We got some time. We got some time. Okay. So that is basically it. Let me see if all right. So let's take a look at this documentation. Right, says then a Gemini ad came up. Well, look. If Gemini is gonna pay the big bucks for the ads, then I am all for it.
Let's get it.
All right. Let's see what else we got in here. All right. So let's take a look at this API. Let me see. Gemini model guide. So I'm looking for, do they have the system prompt? Let's see. So they have, outputs, text, images coming soon, audio. Oh, audio outputs coming soon. That's pretty cool. And that's for the Flash model. Do they have anything with images yet? So it looks like they don't have anything with images in particular yet. I would like images though. Let's see. But you can input audio, images, video, and text. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's go to quick start. Let's see. I would like a. Do they have? Let me see. Libraries. Do they only have one for Python? Okay, no. So they have Python. All right, perfect. So they have Python node. I knew Google would only have one. Oh, but they have one for. All right, so this is cool. This is really cool. They have one for Dart, Flutter. So Dart, the Dart language is what we use to build out our time cost calculator. So that means we could easily, relatively speaking, we could easily integrate this Google Gemini into our time cost calculator app or any other app that we build, right? For like mobile app, when I say that, and it would flow right into it. So that's pretty cool. Google is the company that owns Flutter and Dart. They're the ones who are responsible for it. So that it would make sense that they would build something that would integrate directly into it. All right. All right. So let's see, what else do we have? Image generation. Let me see what this image gen thing is. So Gemini provides access to image gen 3, Google's highest quality. I would like to see how their images look because maybe I could use their image generation for my thumbnails. I'd have to try it out, of course, but it says so. So you pass in the Gemini API key, and then response is client models generate images. We might, and then it says how many images you want it to create. The code sample should output 4 images similar to this one. That is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Maybe. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? On Wednesday / next Monday, we try to get our thumbnails generated using, because what if we do this, right? What if we say, all right, so we like the Anthropic titles. We like the open AI descriptions and keywords. We like the Gemini image generation for their thumbnails. And we have something coming from each of one of them, and we see if we can start generating at least the base image for our thumbnail before we bring it into our software to edit it. That might be something that we can look into. All right, so that we'll keep an eye on that. Maybe we'll do that we probably won't get to it on Wednesday, but definitely Monday we should be able to get to it. So let me know what you guys think about that. Maybe we can see if we can start using this to generate images. I don't know yet. I don't know. We will find out. All right, but for now, all right. So let me see if they have. Can you? Oops. Why am I caps lock? Can you pass system prompt to Gemini API? Yes, you can pass a system prompt by including a system instructions parameter when making a request. Okay, so it's so they're a little different than the other ones, right? So we want to go to here and let's pass in system instructions. Let's go with that. And our system instruction, and it would be if I go to here, it's Gemini Anthropic. So let's take this system right here, and we're gonna go over here and paste that here. All right. Next up, we're going to say let's run it. All right, well, just for the time being, I'm going to change this because we're not going to be using this one either. But I'm just going to say include these things, and let's go ahead and give it a little run. And it says that system instruction is not a valid keyword argument. You dirty dog, you. It says model name. It says system. It says it right there. System instruction. Why do you do this to me? All right. Or unless this is old, but it says system instruction. Let me see. Looks perfectly fine to me. So when we do that, all right. So you don't like system instruction. Let's see. Let's see. How's it right here? Maybe. Oh, wait a second. Generative model. Okay. So generative model. So you have to do the model first, and then you pass it on to the other one. What? Oh, but based on the model though. So let's see. So this model is Gemini 2.0 Flash. Let me copy that, and we will put it in system prompt. Gemini Flash 1.0 that can generate from text to text. It can system. Okay. Let me see. I don't see it yet. I don't see it yet. Well, I don't know. I think we'll find it. I don't know. I should be. Let me see. System instructions. All right. Use system instructions, generative AI. So, all right. So let's take a look at this. So Gemini 1.5. So system instruction. So generative model. So they're using. Oh, I see. All right. So let's do that. Let's try that. Right. So we need to put model, generative model, pass in the model that we're using. All right. So let's do this. So it was my lack of knowledge that did that. So let's go ahead and we're gonna go add one here. We're gonna say model equals. Let's see. Gen AI dot. What did they use over here? It's just okay. Just generative model. Did I don't think I have that imported though. Let's go to so let's get all of these in here then, if that's the case. No module named Vertex. Where did that come from? Do I have to install it maybe? Maybe we have to install it. So let's install it real quick. So pip install Vertex. Vertex is now installed. And if we run this again, so that should be good. And here for model, we say generative model. And we're gonna open this up here, and we're gonna say let's see. So don't have to pass it. All right. So if we say the model name is the model that we have here. Let's see, model system instructions, and I'm gonna pass in a gonna pass in that one again. Okay, pass that in. Oops. Copy that.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
And oh my God, where are you? Oh my God. All right, so let's try that one more time. Copy that. Hopefully that takes. And let's go to. All right. So we got that. Let's run that. It says the word model. Okay, so what is it supposed to be? Oh, model name. I apologize. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Okay, there we go. That took, and here we're gonna say model. And we're gonna say model.generate client. Let's see what we get from this one, okay? Oh, we don't need this actually. Oops. So we don't need this line. Enter. Got an unexpected keyword of model. Really? Let me see. How did they do it? Response model dot generate content. And the prompt should go in there actually. Okay. Response model dot generate content prompt. Okay, so response. So we don't need this model in there either. Response dot generate. So model dot generate content should be good. The vertex. All right. So basically, we need to AP. We need. All right. So this is somewhat working, but it's not going through because we need to enable the API for it to connect to this project, right? In Google. So we're gonna leave it as that we're gonna leave it there for today, and then we'll pick up on this on Wednesday, and we're gonna integrate this Google. We're gonna finish this up, and we're gonna integrate it into the content creation workflow, and then we'll see if we're gonna actually do the thumbnails or not, because I think the thumbnails would be really, really helpful. All right, but let's go back to full screen. We are going to wrap it up for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like I said earlier, do me a favor though. Take that traumatic brain injury survey, like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every time we go live and drop new content. Go to techcoachdrop.dev, sign up today. You can sign up for free, get some information, get our reviews. But if you get to the least, to the smallest paid tier, you get a lot more information, and you get to join us and be a stakeholder in our Scrum nights, and you get put into the Team Tech Coach Drop Discord where we're running it up. We're helping each other. We're learning. We're having lots of fun. But the number one thing is that we are learning and then helping each other, because we do not like it's so hard to make it alone. I've had to do so many things alone, and but then I'm like, all right, let me bring it back to you. Let's try to build a team so that we can work better and more effectively together. Okay. Last announcement: we're having candid conversations at noon Eastern time today. Eastern time is Freckles, so that's 11 your time. We're going to be having kind of conversations. I'm going to be talking about why I actually love to fail and why I embrace every single last one of my failures and how that continues to lead me to success down the line. All right. Let me check the chat before we get out of here. Let's see. We have Ms. Freckles says, Chris Parks, tell us why you do like Gemini. I would like to know too. You know, an even better place to tell us, Ms. Freckles. An even better place to tell us is in the Team Tech Coach Drop Discord when we are having our Saturday afternoon help sessions. My office hours are hanging out, our chats. Would love to hear what Chris Parks likes about Gemini in there as well. Let me see. Roxy, annoying. You know what, Roxy? I don't normally do this to you. I do not normally do this to you. But I have a question for you, Roxy. I have a question for you.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions. Number one, how dare you?
I must know. And we have Mitch in the building says, I say evil. What you say? On the Twitch side of the game, shout out to all my people on Twitch, says, do you do front end or back end mostly? That is a great question, Emperor Maximilian. I would say I lean a little bit more on the back end side of it, but I've done a lot of, I don't know, it's hard to say. I've done a lot of front end in my lifetime. I kind of steer more towards the back end, but for example, this content creation workflow assistant that I'm building right now, because I'm going through the large language model course. It's in the Jupyter notebooks, but I am going to build out a actual application behind it that's going to help me. I might turn it into a SaaS as well. I don't know, but it's going to have a front end component where, like for instance, the Urban Dictionary of Economic Data, that has a front end that it uses AI to help us understand certain economic indicators better. So I would say let's go with 47% back front end and 53%. Well, no, let's go with this. 33% front end, and then I'd go another 36 to 37% back end, and then the rest would go to infrastructure and DevOps and stuff like that, because I do DevOps as well. So that's how I'd break it down, how we do that. Oh my goodness, stop the show. We got Jelly Bean in the building. Says hello to you as well, Jelly Bean. How are you? I have not heard from you in quite a while. It is always a pleasure and a blessing when you check in with us. Hopefully everything's going well. How is your cybersecurity program going? How are your certifications? All that. How are you doing? So happy to see you as always. Thank you so much, Jelly Bean, for checking in with us. We got Roxy in the building. Says then a Gemini ad came on. Well, Roxy, thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate the Gemini ad that you got. Mr. Circle says, it read your mind, or better yet, it listened to TCR. Everybody has better listened to TCR. Rocky says, it came on within 2 seconds. Let's get you up out of there. All right. So, Mr. Circle says, sheesh, it's a ton of red. Never quit. We don't quit. We don't quit out here. And we always figure it out, Ms. Freckles. We always figure it out. Like, now we know that we need to enable some type of API type stuff inside. Like, we have a permission denied. It's going to be an easy fix. So that is going to be easy enough to do. Mitch says, are you bragging or are you complaining? That is a typical Mitch question. Mr. Circle says, pointing out what's plain to see. And that is it. That is it for today. Well, thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in today. Remember, one last reminder, we have the Candid Conversations at noon Eastern time today. Eastern time, noon on YouTube. We're going to be talking about why I love to embrace my failures. We're going to be going live tomorrow night for Tech Q&A. So tune in over there. You can feel free to call in. You can ask questions in the chat. I have some questions that I'm going to be going through as well. So there's always something available. And Abandoned album is in stores. Fallen Down single is coming out on March 1st, on Saturday, March 1st. We might as well call Saturday 2026 at this point, Ms. Freckles. But Saturday, March 1st, 2025, we have the Fallen Down single being released on all streaming platforms at 7 a.m. So you definitely want to tune into that. Whether you're waking up early or whether you're driving home from work, it's going to be absolutely amazing. I love that song. And lastly, go over to Tech Music. We have right now, it's about to wrap up in a little bit, the David Goggins Monday Motivation playlist. And if I'm lucky, if I can get this done, I will have something coming out for you as well for the rest of the day. All right. But that's it for today. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. I will see you guys live. I'll see you guys in the chat at noon Eastern time, 11 Central time, and I will see you guys live tomorrow night. All right. With that being said, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys have an amazing rest of your Monday, almost 2026. Tech Coach Ralph, we are out.
Sun's up, early caffeine's a call. Ralph with tech news ready for all. Coding workouts getting us toned. By sunrise we'll be in the zone. Grab your Java, sip the brew. Headlines, tech tips just for you. Editing lines, making it tight. With every keystroke we see the light. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech Coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Push those reps in lines of code. Script the future fast and bold. From headlines deep to bites so bright, we're your guide to morning mics. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech Coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Coding flows, camaraderie grows. News unfolds and insight flows. Minute by minute, heartbeats pace. Come join us at the daily race. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech Coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Coffee and CAA, wake up the day. Stretch your mind in the geeky way. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech Coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Mornings are better with our grind. Tech Coach Ralph, you'll never lag behind. Mornings are better with our grind.